Giveaway, you say? Oh, yeah. Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures. Figure Fight Club Community. Welcome to Figure Fight Club. Step in the lounge where the figures come alive. Hot toy, Valorverse, rare finds we revive. Transformers roll out, collectors on the rise. In this Fight Club, a passion, watch the culture thrive. From the shelves to the streets, it's a collector's dream. Hunting down the grails, every piece supreme. Unboxing legends, every detail tight. Action figures flexing, shining in the light. Deals go down smooth, trades that never stop. From limited editions to customs that pop. The lounge got the plug, bringing heat to the game. Every figure's got a story, every name got step in the lounge where the figures come alive. Hot toys, Valorverse, rare finds we revive. Transformers roll out.
Welcome. It is the lounge show, which means it is a pre-recorded show. So welcome to everyone in the chat, the replay squad, all you guys. This is not a live show, so we will not be bringing up the chats. We might be in the chat ourselves, but during that time, because I know Lou and myself will be at Toylanta, also with some of the other crew members, who are part of Figure Fight Club group. So thank you all for watching us. Right now, I want to go ahead and introduce co-host Lou. He'll come out for this one too. Welcome, Lou.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's been so long since we've hung out.
Yeah, it's been a whole few. Was it like 12 hours?
Exactly. And, at this point right now, I'm just hoping that nothing that I was looking for at Toylanta sold out. So,
I think we'll get it though. I think by this time, this show actually airs, we're going to be celebrating with all of our pickups. So.
Oh yeah, I'll be opening my Savage Crucible that I selected. So.
Exactly. But we have an awesome guest for you tonight. GI Customs has been going crazy all over the place. So let's just bring him out and we'll talk to him. Everyone, welcome GI Customs.
Hey. Thanks for having me, guys. Happy to be here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on our lounge show. It is a pre-recorded show. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again, just so the chat, whoever keeps dipping in and out, will eventually hear. Yeah, they're like, why aren't you responding to my questions? It's like, I'm sorry, man.
Let's check the chat right now. Who's here right now? Is anyone?
Good luck with that one. But again, this is a pre-recorded show, guys. I think it's like the fourth time I just said it. Okay, great. Anyways, GI Customs, welcome to Figure Fight Club. I'm excited that you're here, and you've been blowing up on YouTube lately, and I've seen some of your videos. It's been awesome, and you guys should check out his links in the description. We will have it all there, and he has a store. We'll talk about that more later.
Yes, we're gonna get into that for sure.
We will definitely get into it, but let's start with I guess the name GI Customs. How did you come up with your name? I'm assuming G.I. Joe, but you never know.
I'd love to tell you there's this big, long backstory of how it came to be. When I started all this, I was just customizing some G.I. Joes. Okay. And just decided, I'll share a few with some groups, get some ideas, some different things. And so that was the name I came up with. Just quick and simple. And I looked at the time, I was like, oh, nobody has this name? All right, I'll snag those and Instagram, Facebook, everything, and
all social media, baby.
Yeah, all right. Well, nobody has this, so I'll take it. And that it just evolved from there. I had no intention of it going where it's gone when I started it. So the name
that's awesome,
unfortunately kind of put me in the corner of G.I. Joe, but I have plans for how to address that in the future if that needs to be addressed.
Well, here's the thing. It could
Yeah.
also you could be making custom karate gis too, though. Think about it that way.
Gi customs.
Gi customs, right?
Oh, I'll add that to the list. Yeah.
So that ideas.
Well, yeah, well,
I love
not putting the Joe in there helps, right? Because GI,
It does.
Well,
it could just be
helps with some
military.
copyright issues too, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Less, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you could get away with GI, but if you add that Joe, I guarantee someone's going to be.
At
upset.
some point, there'll be a line I cross. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I definitely get that for sure. Let's talk about your collecting. I guess when did you start collecting as a serious collector? I mean, all of us as kids always had toys, but when did you find it like this is what I'm doing? This is it.
Only a little over a year ago.
Oh,
So
damn!
it
So you were
was.
brand new. Okay.
I mean, I say roughly January 2025.
Okay.
It was
Alright.
somewhere. I don't remember the day I bought the first classified, which is the main majority of my collection right now.
Mhm.
But it was real close in there. If it was the end of December or beginning, it's somewhere in that ballpark. So January 2025.
Wow, that's only like you're like a noob.
Yeah, and
But looking behind you,
my
it
collection
doesn't
back
look
there
that way.
wouldn't suggest it. But yeah.
Right, exactly. It's impressive for a year, for sure.
That's very
Yeah,
impressive.
I,
It's almost like you have an addiction problem.
no, never. How
Plastic
no.
crack, baby. Plastic crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Go ahead.
before this, I collected Lego, and all
Okay.
that started during COVID because
Mhm.
I ran a Snap-on Tools franchise, and we might get into more of that if you guys want to, whatever. But I ran that, and so during COVID, we had like a month off where they didn't know if we were allowed to go to shops. We didn't know what we were doing. So I just started doing that for something to do in that month, and I had all these shelves full of Lego, and Lego's freaking expensive.
It is.
It's fun. I just like the building part. I could care
Mhm.
less that they were sitting on my shelf. I enjoyed like the building of it.
Construction. Yeah.
So when I started this, it was an easy like, all right, let's find a Lego collector somewhere, and I sold everything off. Like I had some of the big UCS Millennium Falcon and all kinds of
Oh
like,
wow.
good stuff that I sold off, and that funded a pretty good jump start to the
I mean, I was
classified.
going to say Legos
Yeah.
are also expensive in the resale market. So the fact
Yeah.
that you were able to sell it off, you got some pretty penny on that one. I guarantee that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Sure.
So
No, real quick, building on this one because I'm curious about this because again, the best part of Lego is building, right? When you sold these things off, did you take them apart partially, fully, or sell them off completely put together?
completely. I found a
Wow.
guy that was within like 30, 40 minutes from me.
Mhm.
And he told me I'll go market value minus this percent. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
okay, that's fair. And I think 90% of them he was just going to resell, and then he
Oh,
had his
okay.
own collection that the stuff he didn't have he picked and then sold the rest.
Mhm.
So I just told him, I'm like, look, I'm getting rid of them for that percentage off. Like I'm not like here's everything. Like this is all I got. And he was fine with that. He came. It took him a couple trips to get everything, but he had no problem with that. And so I didn't have to take anything apart. Any of the figures, like I had just had them sitting on the shelf beside it. So I just
Mhm.
threw them in baggies and like, here, these goes with this goes with this. Still had all the boxes,
mhm.
like everything with them. So it was good
Right.
for him. It was a good pickup.
I mean, that's great though. I mean, but like Lego is crazy. There's a big collector market for Lego too. I personally am not really into. I did buy my first Lego not too long ago. My first Lego, like it's mine, but I'm not gonna build it. Like I told my kid, I was like, "Hey, you like building Legos? Go for it." But like I'm gonna put it on my hot toy shelf. That's where I'll put it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Which one did you get?
I got a Pokemon Eevee. It was
Okay.
like a Lego exclusive, and I got into TCG recently, like 5 months ago. So I've been buying a lot of One Piece and Pokemon stuff just for decoration. As you can see, my room's converting a little bit more like my
Yeah.
display shelves. But listen,
One
I
Piece.
enjoy it. I enjoy
I
it.
just finished season 2 of One Piece. I had never watched any One Piece, never watched any of the anime, nothing. Had no idea what I was getting into, and I couldn't stop watching it. It's better than I expected.
It's a fun show for sure. I haven't watched season 2 yet of the live action. I've been stuck on the anime. I started the anime around November, so I'm on episode 554.
Yeah, right. So you'll be done.
I won't be starting that. Yeah.
Maybe
I'll pick it up if the live action stops. I'll pick it up from there, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, well, the funny thing is, like, the anime is like each video is like 20 minutes long, so you could get through a lot of episodes, and a lot of it is like they have filler episodes as well, so you don't really have to watch certain ones. It's interesting how they did it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say anime is always kind of like that, where there's a lot of different filler episodes. Like,
is it okay? This is my first anime, so
my son was big into anime for a while, and I'm not really. I don't understand a lot of it, whatever. But I'd come and sit down with him while he's watching one, and the entire episode was just a fight. It was just a battle. There was nothing else to it. It was an entire episode. I'm like, what is going on? He's like, oh, this is the weird episode. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yes.
So yeah. So yeah, I'm not well versed in the anime.
Yeah, no, I get. I mean, I'm not either. Like a lot of people throw out recommendations to me, and I'm just like, listen, man. Like I'm gonna just stick with One Piece for now because I understand it now. So that's where I'm going, and whatever. When I come to an end, I will move forward to another anime just to try it out.
Right.
Yeah. But let's get back to GI Customs and his journey. It's been a year. You started with Lego, and it kind of moved over to GI Joes. Now, what was like? What caught your interest in GI Joes? I guess.
So it all kind of started. I found a box of my original GI Joes from when I was a kid.
Okay.
That I still had up in the attic. I'd taken with me through multiple state moves and all kinds of stuff. It's like the only toy I still had from when I was a kid. Okay. And I got it out to sell it because I was like, these are just taking up space. Like, let me just set them out so I can take pictures. And as I was setting them out, I'm like, oh, these are cool.
You started playing with
this guy. Yeah. And so my wife was there, and she's like, are you sure you want to sell these? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sell them. So I took pictures of everything, listed it, and within like 30 minutes, a guy messaged me, and he's like, hey, like you're asking way too little for this stuff. Like, just trying to be nice. Like, a couple of your figures are worth more than what you're asking for the whole thing. Yeah. I was like, all right. So I took it down, and it was like, all right, I'll try to figure out how to do this better or whatever. And at that point, I saw the cases that you could put on the wall that have the little spots. I'm like, or I could just do that and just put it on my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they went on the wall. They went on the wall.
Learn to appreciate it for sure.
Exactly. Did you? Then I found classified, and I'm like, well, these are the same thing, but a lot more detail. And I love the detail and the little things, little pockets, all the little things. So I got my first one of those, and it was all.
What was the first one?
Downhill real fast.
Yeah. What was your first classified figure?
It was the diver, the
diver, okay,
legacy or whatever diver guy.
The legacy. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was a good one to start with because it had a ridiculous amount of accessories, and it was just like, oh, this is amazing. There's so much stuff that comes with them.
And I do a lot of fun things with
it. Was to just put it up on a shelf. Like, I'm just going to put it on the shelf next to the other guys. This is the one. This is it. And I couldn't stop messing with it. I'm like, all right, I need some more.
Yeah. Well, you need a bad guy, right? You need a bad guy, and then you're like, oh well, I can't have just one good guy.
You got to fill out everything. Obviously, you got to fill out all the shelves now.
That rabbit hole went deep.
yes, quickly.
The shelf looks empty. Yeah.
No, dude, I totally understand how you start with one figure and then like I want more. Like, so, like, when with me, like, I got into toys because a friend of mine gifted me like a wrestling figure of my favorite wrestler. And like just recently before that, like it was like a birthday present. So like a week or two before that, like I discovered, or not me discovered, his wife, we were watching a pay-per-view at his house, a wrestling pay-per-view. His wife was like, Abby, you should go check downstairs. And then he got like really quiet and kind of like shy. And I was like, why? What's downstairs? And then I walked downstairs and I was like, holy shit. And then we just stayed downstairs talking about wrestling and like all the figures. He had Batman stuff. He had wrestling stuff. And I was like, I didn't know this about you. And then like, I think he was kind of afraid like I was going to judge him. I was like, this is dope.
Sure.
And then we just had a long conversation about toys and wrestling. And then like, talking about the gears and all that stuff, like the different outfits. And then he gifted me a damn wrestling figure, and I was like, I don't want to open it, but I'm curious of how it feels. And then I went out and bought more, and then it just never stopped.
Right.
It just kept going.
Never will. Yeah.
And the second, when I would buy more, and then after that, it was just like, all right, we're in it. Let's go.
Yep.
I think it's an odd thing. You mentioned that I think there's a lot of us out there that hold that part of ourselves back from our expanded circle of friends that we don't know if they're into toys or not, and we're like, they might not like it, they might think it's weird, like whatever. And I
There's
think
a lot of closet collectors. There's a lot of closet collectors out there, and that's true. I for one, can't hide it at all. Like,
Right.
it's a part of me at this point. Like, I'll geek the hell out, and the people will ask questions most of the time, especially like non-collectors. They'll see the room and their jaw drops, and then like either it's like what the hell or like holy shit, and then they'll go on and on and on for 40 minutes in the room talking about every shelf, and I'm like, can we get out of here? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm in here all the time.
This is my room, not your room. Get out.
I think that's exactly how it works. It's one of my best friends always likes to try to pick on me for it. He and I, we've known each other for over 20 years. He's like, "Did you buy a new toy today?" I'm like, "Yes." I sent him a picture, but every time they come over, every time he and his wife come over, the first thing he does is come into this room. He wants to look at everything. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
Yeah.
I'm like, you should just buy some.
Well, that's like he's afraid, right? Because once gets that, you should gift him one just to see his reaction.
I did a few years ago. I gifted him a Super 7 because he was my old drummer in my old band, and so I gifted him and he's a diehard Metallica fan. So I got him a Super 7 Cliff Burton, and he won't open it. He refuses to open it, so it's in the box. But
it is a Super 7
gateway figure.
Yeah, right. Well, that was the attempt, right?
Yeah, no, I get that too. Now, do GI Customs? Do you hide it from anyone, or do you are just very open about it?
No, I mean not at this point. People know. I mean,
You're
I read those things on my own socials and stuff. So I mean, if they don't know, it's because they haven't asked me or talked to me about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in my basement. I don't have figures in my living room or anything. So if they come over and just hang out there, I suppose, and it doesn't come up, then so be it. But
I mean, that's really how it is. My wife will generally, because my wife is very strict about me keeping my toys in certain parts of the house. It's more like in private rooms or like bedrooms in the house, and like this is my office. But she'll tell people, "Hey, go check out his office and go upstairs. Go check out his man cave upstairs." And then I just give her a dirty look. It's like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to give people tours. So, but it does happen a lot. And then again, that conversation piece, you just keep talking about it. But it's fun to see people, that first reaction, especially like when I'm on, like this is my office. I work from here. So when I get on calls, like with customers and stuff, they'll immediately, when you see them go like this, you know what they're doing. They're looking behind me. And that's the funniest thing is like, is that Street Fighter? Is that Bison I see up there? Is that Superman? And then like a 15-20 minute conversation happens before we actually talk about work. So it's interesting.
Right.
I think everyone has that little nostalgia in them, I feel like.
Oh yeah, it's there. Yeah, there's the kid in all of us. It's just we've decided to let it run free.
Yeah, we've decided to feed it those orange peanuts.
That's right.
Exactly. Now, is it safe to assume you mostly just collect G.I. Joe classified at this point, or do you collect other toy lines?
It mostly G.I. Joe classified, yes. I've had to hold myself back of other things. I just don't have space.
Gotcha.
Even these shelves, I have these shelves. I have a couple here in front of me, all G.I. Joe, and I'm running out of room to add more. And as you know, I print vehicles, so I'm like, well, I also want one of these, and I've got no space.
Space is definitely the biggest villain in our.
So if it wasn't for that, I'd have a whole bunch of different stuff.
Okay.
But I do have some. I've got some World of Warcraft or not World of Warcraft toys from Medi Toys and stuff. I've started collecting
Medi Toys, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've got a few blockies, Transformers. I like the whatever. I forget the series. They have too many series, but the ones that are like 8-9 inches tall, have lights in the eyes. I have a couple of those.
Yeah.
I enjoy putting them together. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of those now, but other than that, it's G.I. Joe.
Okay.
G.I. Joe. Nice.
Yep.
I mean, blockies are fun too, man. I do have I don't know a lot of Transformers lore, to be honest with you, but I do have fun with the blockies. But I don't do the 9, like the big ones. I don't do those. I do the small ones.
The small my daughter started in the small ones. That's what got me into it. I was like, I don't need those, like nothing. And she started watching a few Transformers things and wanted them. So I'm like, oh, these are $5. Like, yeah, we'll grab a couple of those. And then I'm like, oh, these are kind of fun. Like, I wonder what bigger ones would be. And
And it led it's that rabbit hole, man.
Every time. Yep.
Now, so it's interesting that you said the Medi toys, that not World of Warcraft. What made you like? Did you play the games? I'm assuming, and that's what got you interested.
Yeah, I played for way too long. I started the day it came out and was in like one of the top rating guilds back in Mista Pandaria. We were like number 3 in the world or something for a little bit, and it was a second job. It was ridiculous. Like I was the guild leader. I was interviewing people for like spots, and like it was a second job. And being married and stuff at the same time, just like something's got to give. But it's still there. I mean, I played it for 10, 15 years. Like it's part of me, whether I want it to be or not. So seeing the figures and stuff, especially the detail Medi puts into them, like it's really cool.
Now, what did you think of the movie that came out?
It was okay.
Yeah.
I liked it because of what it was, but I wanted it to be more. At the same time, I mean, I think I've watched it once, and I think that's the hard part. Is if it was good, I would have watched it over and over again. And the fact that I spent 10 years plus of my life in that game and watched the movie one time should say all they need to know about it. Of like, guys, you just didn't go hard enough, didn't go far enough, didn't pick the right story. I don't know. Whatever it was. I was so surprised they didn't pick Arthas. Like, that's the first story I remember in Warcraft 3, I think. Before World of Warcraft was, the story of Arthas was like the story. Like, how do you not start the movie series with that story? Like, but
I'm not familiar with the lore. I only played it for a little bit. I was more obsessed with wrestling, so I didn't go down that path.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, even as a I guess I'm not even really a casual fan because I've never actually played World of Warcraft, so I can't. But the movie, like you said, it struck me the same way. It was good, it was fine, but it wasn't anything that. So I'll take your word for it that the other story may have been the better choice.
I mean, that's my opinion. Obviously, I'm not a Hollywood director, so who knows? Maybe they tried and it didn't work. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
So going back to G.I. Joe, what was like your holy grail figure that I'm assuming you own it too at this point. So what was the figure that you were chasing or you wanted
for classified?
Yeah, for classified.
Sure.
Serpentor.
Serpentor.
That was the one I searched around for a long time to get him with the chariot and everything, and finally found one fairly early on.
That's good.
It's only been a year, so early is very relative. But yeah, I found him at a decent price. He's gone up in price since then, so I'm glad I pulled the trigger when I did. And yeah, he's over here on my shelf with all the rest of Cobra Law now. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, the Cobra Law is filling out quite nicely.
Yeah, it is.
That Serpentor is a great figure considering how early in the line it was.
I can't believe they haven't come out with just him without the chariot.
That is surprising. I agree.
I'm surprised by that too, because right. I would expect and I would guess that there's something coming, maybe a retro card or something. I think they're trying to push it as hard as as far back as they can. Maybe because of the exclusivity of it. I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe. But
it was STCC. Was that what it was? Serpentor?
Yeah, it was a Comic-Con, I believe. Because they had too big of a box for a retail shelf, like too much stuff. Yeah. So it was a Comic-Con 1 year.
Yeah, he was the PulseCon, the very first PulseCon. I think it was the first. And Mindbender was SDCC that year.
Gotcha.
So they put out Mindbender to lead to Serpentor. And yeah, I jumped on him.
Yeah.
you know. I think
Well, I mean, they are
I'm glad
filling
I
out
did.
for like, isn't that the new those? I don't know their names. Was it the guards? I think
The
Lou, you
Royal
probably have
Guards,
it.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lou, you have it
Guard.
right there. Yeah, I actually want to
Mhm.
buy that just so I could put it in my Swarm shelf for Valorverse.
Dude, that's a great figure.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I want it.
Yeah, they fit well
It's like
there.
a bug. It's a bug.
They killed it with that figure. It is awesome.
Mm.
I'm very impressed by
Yeah.
it.
The
It's
amount of
Yeah.
accessories and options they have with it to completely change like the armor look and stuff is one of their better things they've put together. Whatever collections, I don't know how to say it. Like they're better
Yeah.
kits.
Yeah, it is very smart design. I mean, it really pushes you. If you like it, it pushes you to get multiples. I will have 4 by the end of the week. So it's an Amazon
That's where I
pre-order
am.
coming.
I originally ordered 2, I think straight off of Hasbro, and then they were up on Amazon or somewhere briefly, and I grabbed 2 more and planned on just canceling the ones from Hasbro, and then didn't pull the trigger fast enough, and I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll have 4. Oh no, like,
Exactly.
too bad. Yeah.
I did the same exact thing. I pre-ordered from Amazon though instead of Pulse, but yeah. And I said, okay, I'll get them. I'll probably once my Target ones come in because they popped up on Target. I said, I'll probably
Maybe
just
that's where it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cancel the Amazon, and then I got them in hand. I'm like, no, I'll take the other 2 too. All right,
Yeah.
Why not?
I haven't ordered any, and again, I kind of want to buy. I don't have a big GI Joe thing anymore though. Like in my collection, GI Joe has been taken over by Shadow Lou. So whatever GI Joe I have left, I have now converted to Shadow Lou over here. So I have a Shadow Lou army that they're just taking over a lot of other rogue armies. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, what's one of the most unique figures you think GI Joe Classified has done?
The most unique. Oh man.
What, you
We
think
do ask some
easy questions.
Yeah, that's a unique. Unique is interesting. I mean, outside of just going with Serpentor again, which I don't want to use the same one again. I really like Snow Job. I wish they did more down that line. Like he was way early on. I had a hard time finding him as well.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, oh, but where are the rest of the Snow guys? And I know we're getting some here finally. It seems like. But yeah, doing that early on, he was really cool, unique with the hood up and down options. No one else has that. I think there's a lot of molds that he has that seems like nobody else has touched. Like the skis, nobody else has the skis that I'm aware of. The hood, like some of the body. Like,
do you think it's reused for like the Fortnite line or no?
Mm-mm.
Didn't Fortnite come out with skis too? And they were with Hasbro for a little while.
They
But
were.
I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't.
But I mean, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea if it's the same or not.
Yeah. Only thing I have of Fortnite, I grabbed some of their the overhead gliders.
Yeah.
I found them at
Ollies.
Ollie's for like $3, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a couple of those. Like I don't know what I'll do with them, but for $3, I'll figure out something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those
Even
stands work well. You can use those stands with the trouble bubbles. They work fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the was it the NBA figures from Hasbro? You could if you find the basketball court, like the hoop, that works well with GI Joe too. Because if you're doing like a like a camp type shot, you could just have like a rec area, right? So that works out well.
And it works out for Big Lob.
Yeah, I was gonna say this works out.
I've heard guys using the shoes off of those and putting them on Big Lob or other people that the Nikes or something from the NBA line are better. Or,
they're detailed. They're more detailed on the shoes. I feel like so. It is nice to because again they'll work with most Hasbro, right? So you should be able to swap them out for sure. Yeah. Now let's talk about photos too. You do photography as well.
Sure. I'm learning photography. I take pictures because I need them on my website. I'm trying to get better. So, yes, I do photography, but not. I don't look at them and say I do photography well, but I do it as a necessity, and I'm trying to get better.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same way, so don't feel bad. I know. Don't.
I think we're all aspiring action figure photography artists in a way, but again, like it really just depends. If you're out there already doing it, you've already I mean, both of you have been a way step above me because I'm not even doing it. I want to do it, but I really don't. So this time is not there for me yet. So
yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Well, the great thing with doing the photography and what I found with it, and why I started really enjoying it, it's a way for me as an adult to kind of play with my toys without actually playing with your toys like a kid, right? Setting things up, putting things together. You know, when you're a kid, you got this guy and you're like, oh, and he's talking to this guy, whatever. So I'm not doing that. We ain't going that far. But you're setting up a scene.
Sure, Lou.
How was that again? Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I have a whole conversation between them.
I mean, I agree with you. It is a way, you know, like I've seen so many people like who do really cool photography, and you know, they'll put up videos saying like, "Oh, you play with your toys, and this is how people think I play with my toys, but in reality, this is how I play with my toys." And it's just like cool looking poses and with accessories around it. And I was like, pose game is awesome when it comes to shots, right? And that's how it works. And essentially, it's like a scene. You're trying to make it come to life, and I like that, and the storytelling behind it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm real bad at posing.
Me too.
I have to work on more. I try to do photography super quick because it's usually like, oh, I need to launch this product. Oh, I don't have any photos. Like, let me set things up real quick, get some quick photos so I can put it on there and move on to my next thing. And then I go back and look at him like, he's just kind of standing there like he's stiff. Like, I don't know, I need to move this, or like you see those guys out there that literally hold a guy in their hand with nothing around it, and create so much motion and everything from their pose. I'm like, man, that's amazing. Like, I don't have the practice of that yet. I'd say the time, but I'm assuming that guy, whoever that is, I forget who it is, that does it in his hand. He takes probably a few minutes to pose because he's so good at it and knows what he's trying to get to and what he sees.
Right. I mean, there's so many people who can do that so well, though.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one, if you want to watch somebody, and you probably already watch him, but I'll tell it anyway, is D Amazing's videos.
Yes.
And he is ridiculous with his posing. He'll sit there while he's talking, and he's got the guy in a pose in 5 seconds, and it's an amazing pose. Yeah. That's I would study him. I have, and I'm not there, but I'm not. It ain't me, but he's got it. Man.
Lou's going frame by frame at every D Amazing video. He's like, how do you do that? Taking notes.
Man, I'll spend 5 minutes trying to bend the leg. I'm like, come on, like do this. And that's still not right. Yeah.
And like I have a bad habit of being a little too rough with articulation. So like even last night we were joking around and talking, and I broke the peg off of the hand of the Fury Toys female. So now it's stuck in there. And granted, I could take it out, and there's a replacement peg that they sent. So I'm glad they sent a replacement peg so I could still utilize the figure, right? So
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm a little too rough with the toys, I guess. Now, let's go back to, we asked about the unique figure. Now, what is something that was more of a disappointment when it comes to the classified line?
Man, I wish I'd have prepared.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I like it.
No, this is casual. This is casual. Don't worry.
Cobra Commanders. I don't mind the one with the chrome face. The ones without the green face are just kind of like, they're good. Like the ones where he's got his cape, I don't know. I don't remember which ones they are, but has just a silver face, isn't chrome. I think that's kind of like disappointing. The fact that they haven't done a hooded version is disappointing.
I don't think you're going to see a hooded version, to be honest with you.
I mean, I've made my own. You can find them everywhere, so I've printed some and painted them and made my own. But it's disappointing that it hasn't come from them.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I had to pick one, it's kind of in general. I wish there was a good, like I felt there was a good Cobra Commander of, yes, this is the Cobra Commander that when I see him in my head, I see.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a hooded version, I may never get that from them directly, but if I had to pick one, I guess that's the one I'd go with.
Okay.
Lou, you seem disappointed in that selection.
No, 100%. As a kid, Hooded Cobra Commander was my favorite Cobra Commander, and I had them both. but I loved that Hooded Cobra Commander. He was, when I got him, because I got him, he was a mail away. I'm old. He was mail away initially, or actually he always was mail away. He was never on a card, but got him, and it was like, I love this damn figure. And that was Cobra Commander in all of my playtime. I never used the helmeted one. So yeah, no disappointment in your choice there. Just total disappointment with you that you don't have one yet.
Do you think? I mean, well, the customizers went ham with it too, so you can get one. But I agree that
I have 5 different hooded heads from various people, including somebody we'll get to, Mark II design. But it's not the same. I mean, it is. They're really good, but it would
you want a Hasbro original.
It would be nice to have a production. Yeah.
You never have a carded version or one in a box or anything like that to display or whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. Now, what do you think? What figure do you think was deserves more attention? I should say.
So I've always been a wetsuit guy.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but that was my favorite figure when I was a kid. And I remember he was always my go-to, like over Snake Eyes and everything. Like I had all of those, but wetsuit for whatever reason was like my dude that I played with. Okay. So, and he was actually, I did a full custom before Hasbro came out and popped like legs and arms and all kinds of stuff and made my own wetsuit. And that was my first full custom figure that I did. And they came out with him, and I think he's great. Yeah. I think they just kind of said, oh, here's wetsuit, and moved on. And I wish there was, like, where's his boat? Where's the devilfish? Where are the other versions? And they might be getting into them. But the fact that he came out so late, too, was interesting. Coming in late, I would have assumed, like, oh, he would have been one of the first ones. They'd have done a version of him. Right. But so late in the line was kind of like, wow, like, he was one of the original in the cartoons. Like, why so late? Like, what were they waiting on? Or were they hoping, the curve of interest of everyone loves it. Oh, it's dipping. Like, let's come out with something new. And like, who knows the psychology behind it from somebody, but
right.
If I had to pick one, that's the one I'd say needs more than what he's getting, maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think if I had to guess, I'd say, because watching the line and how it's developed, there's certainly, because there are many of us out there, they're like, well, we can complete this year and that year and this year, as far as figures. 83, I think, the 83 line, I think they've made every figure now. I think it's every figure. Like the glider grunt. There are a couple drivers that didn't make it yet, but the carded line's complete. And so I think they're trying to do, they want, it seems like they want to complete each year, but they're kind of spreading it out a lot, probably to keep interest every year, right? Yeah. Like 82, we still have 2 more to go. And it's like, just give me Flash. Please just give me Flash. But they're like, I'll hang on until it's there. You know what I mean? So, and Wetsuit was such a, like you said, such a big character in the cartoon with Leatherneck. And Leatherneck was another one that came out pretty late. He came out he came out a few months before, like 6 months before Wetsuit, I think.
I would know.
Yeah, I at least one version of them was out when I started.
Yeah. Okay. So so about
versions of them, right? They've got a retro card, and then the one with because he has the little communicator and the metal boots and stuff that they did with the first round. There's a Leatherneck that has that, and then they've got a retro card with the lighter green. Am I thinking of the right guy? Right, Leatherneck.
No.
Who am I thinking of?
I'm trying to think who you're thinking of now. Because Leatherneck's got the mustache. He was the Marine. He was the second Marine, basically.
Yeah. Has the tattoo on his chest?
No, that's Gung Ho.
Gung Ho. That's who I'm thinking of.
Gung Ho's the one they've done 2 versions of.
That's right. What it is. Yeah.
He was like the bigger scale figure too.
Yeah, they put him on the big box.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Never mind. I take it all back. Just edit that out.
We'll clean it up.
Nope.
We don't edit.
Yeah, we don't edit. Yeah, not at all. All right, listen. My first pre-recorded show was done before I went live with episode 1 on Figure Fight Club. So like it was supposed to be like episode 4 or 5, something like that, because I knew I was traveling in advance. and I pre-recorded it. It turned into a 6-hour recording because Robo and I just kept going. And he told me it was going to be like 1 hour. I was like, all right, that's fine. 1 hour works for me. And 6 hours later, like I was like, I can't post a 6-hour video. Like this is not.
Yeah, but editing a 6-hour video too is like, oof.
And I was supposed to fly out the next 6 a.m. in the morning, and it was already like at 2 a.m. So I was editing the video at. Oh my god, that was a rough night for sure.
Yeah, I'll envy you on that.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked out well. It was a fun show. It was fun talking, like kind of good. Like I didn't know so many things about Robo, and that like Robo don't know. Like I didn't know he was like a big wrestling fan, and we just nerded out over wrestling for a long time. It was funny. I was like, I gotta edit all this wrestling talk out. Yeah. Now, you know. Oh, go ahead, Lou.
No, I had nothing else to add.
No, how do you feel? I was gonna say, how do you feel about GI Joe Classified or Hasbro doing these chase figures and stuff like that, or exclusives? What were your thoughts and feelings about that? Because I know a lot of people feel that FOMO when they miss out and they overspend. Like I mean, like Serpentor would be a good example of that, right? So, what are your feelings about that? Like, do you think they should continue doing exclusive figures, or do you think it should be more like mass retail so everyone gets a chance?
I think they need to find a better balance. I don't think they're ever going to not do exclusive figures. I think from a business standpoint, it makes business sense for them. That being said, I think, things like, hey, this one's exclusive, but, 6 months later, you can get this one that just has less stuff, less paint apps or whatever. So if you miss out on this, you don't have to not have that character in your collection. You can just have this guy if you don't want to spend the $200 now or whatever for the full Serpentor.
Right.
Yeah.
They do some of that, I feel, but I don't think they do enough. And they might just be holding back of like, oh, yeah, we can't release 100 figures per year or the collection will be over.
Right.
So they might be doing some of that. I feel, in my humble opinion, they could do it better. I mean, you can always do something better, but I think they could do it. I feel like with a lot of them, and Serpentor is a great example, they wait too long. Well, here's this Serpentor. He's amazing. Everyone loves him. He comes with all his stuff. He's a great character. We'll do another one someday. And it's like, you should, like a year later, even like 6 months, like even announcing it of like, hey, we're going to have this one too. Would hold back some of the inflation on the aftermarket of, oh, well, we're going to charge you double or triple just because, no, you can't get them. Again, I can't blame that person because that person's trying to do business too. Like, okay, I might disagree with the way you're doing it, but you're doing it because that's the market. And Hasbro and one way or another is making that market. If they didn't make that market, that guy wouldn't do that. So
absolutely.
I don't think we'll ever get away from it. I don't mind the exclusives. I just think they need to do a better job at how they do it. Even the having things sell out, to me is unacceptable. Like at this point, this far into a line, your market, your base. So either you're doing stuff that sell out in 10 minutes on purpose.
It's creating FOMO. It's creating FOMO. That's what they're doing. 100%.
Or you're doing something wrong. Like whether you're getting your first shipment in and you're like, well, we don't know when the other one's coming in, so we're not going to tell people. Like one way or the other, you know what you're doing in some fashion. You're doing it on purpose, or you're doing it because you're not managing it correctly, or whatever.
I mean, I understand that because again, a lot of toy companies do create FOMO on purpose, and they purposely put that low stock in the first initial pre-order because they know once it sells out, people are going to start talking about it. It starts creating FOMO. Like I didn't get it, I missed out, or like it sold out in 10 minutes or 2 minutes. Like Mezco is so popular for doing that. They do that all the time, and then like 3 to 4 weeks later, like there's another big drop, and then it sells out very quickly because all the people got that FOMO in, right? They had 4 weeks to worry about FOMO, and it sells out, and it's horrible.
Well, they did that. They've done that with the Transformers line quite a bit too. The newest Hound that just came out, the Target exclusive Studio Series Hound. He was supposed to be a Target exclusive about 2 or 3 years ago, and he was leaked. And then he was like, "Oh, everybody saw it that wanted it and got, we got excited. And so apparently Target, according to Hasbro, Target decided they didn't want to continue that exclusive line. So it got shelved. And they said, well, we're trying to figure out a way to bring them out. So what they do is they put them in an exclusive 5-pack. All the other figures are repacks. He's the only new one in the pack, slightly repainted for $130. Stuff that most collectors already had the original version of, which was perfectly fine. They put that up on, I think it was Pulse and Entertainment Earth. It sold out. Everyone went crazy to get it. Everyone was angry because they only wanted it for the one Hound figure. Yeah. So it sells out quickly, and you're like, oh, I'm up the creek. Well, then Target says, you know what? I guess we will take that Hound. And I'm just happy I didn't. Yeah, for me personally, I'm happy that I didn't bite on that damn 5-pack.
5-pack, yeah. How much? You said it was 130 for the 5-pack, but how much was just a single Hound? $20, $30.
Well, he retails at 27.99.
Okay, so it's like $30, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it's a sting. I mean, even at $27.99, it's a little harsh for a deluxe, but whatever. We won't.
And
we won't go down.
It's a sales technique, as sneaky and underhanded as we might feel it is. Like everything does it, not just toys. Like I mean, like I said, I ran Snap-on Tools franchise, and you go to training for 3 weeks. When you buy a franchise, they're like, all right, we're shipping you down here. You're going to stay here for 3 weeks. We're going to teach you how to sell this stuff. They teach us the same freaking thing. Yeah. Like they call it reason to buy now. Like, well, why should this guy buy this right now? Like, why won't he wait till next month? Why won't he wait 6 months from now? Like, you got to give him a reason that when he steps on your truck, that he's going to pull the trigger and pay you money for that right now.
Yeah. Create that FOMO.
Different, but they're doing the same thing of, why should someone buy this? Like, they got to explain it to somebody somewhere before they pull the trigger on, $100,000, $200,000 worth of production of, well, why do you think people are going to buy this? Like, we can disagree with it all we want. It's like, that's
sales. You're right. That's sales. Sales 101.
Yeah.
Overcome objection, right? Someone says no, you're going to try to find your way to a yes, and you got to do. I know. Yeah.
No, the worst part is when like the salespeople come up and be like, "Are you stupid for not taking this offer?" I just give them dirty looks at that point. It's like, he's called me stupid. What?
I don't think that's going to work in your favor, bud.
I know. It's like, now I'm definitely not buying it. Fuck off.
Now I'm really digging my heels in. Yeah.
Now, on the flip side of this, how do you handle FOMO?
Like, for me personally?
Yeah. Like, how do you handle it? Like,
I do everything I can to buy things immediately.
Okay, so you just say fuck the budget. I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, do you keep a budget? Like, do you keep track of it? No, you just go wild.
So the different thing with me is I it's all business.
Yeah.
So to me, it's all business write-off. So if I'm buying the newest figure, like, well, yeah, but I need him for photos. I need him for accessories, possibly. I need him like whatever. So it's all business things. So it's a lot easier for me to be like, oh yeah, the business is buying this. Like, yep, this guy, sign up for everything. And I do that with the pre-orders that come out. I buy every pre-order from Hasbro. 100%, because I know, at least for a fact, and so far in my experience, I'll get it. It might be later than everywhere else. It might be, 90% of them I end up going in and canceling because I can get it faster from like 3 different places. But I do that every time of like, I don't want to not get it, because the one thing I didn't get was the Cobra modular fortification, the original porta potty, right? So I was the first one when I started collecting that was new that I looked at and I'm like, I just don't really want it. Like, I'm going to pass on this. And after it dropped, one of my customers said, hey, do you think you could make accessories for these? I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Like, but I don't have one. And they were already like, they were sold out everywhere. Couldn't get them. I'm like, dang it. So I found one and paid a little extra, not a ton extra. But that was the first time I'm like, man, I need to get everything. Because even if I don't like it, it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be in my collection that I can use for measurements or for colors or for whatever.
There's a
Now
market for everything, right? So
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. And again, you're doing the right choice by making it a business. I tell every collector, start a business and sell toys. So whatever
Yeah.
you buy is now inventory.
even if it's just a YouTube channel and you're doing unboxings, like, shoot, man, make it LLC, like, go for it.
That's branding and
LLC
advertising.
costs what, like $100, $50? Like,
Yeah.
it's super cheap. Like,
I mean, you don't even have to do an LLC. You could do a sole proprietorship too, and just take
sure.
it that route. And because again, no one's going to sue you, so you're fine.
it's just a matter of what can you check on your tax form to
Exactly.
make all this good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't have to create an LLC either, for being a sole proprietor. You name the company. Like Figure Fight Club is a business, so
Okay. Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Gotcha. Yeah. Why not?
Lou, you look so upset. What happened? you
Trying to
you
make
got that- he's like mean mugging right now. He's like,
Sorry, guys. I had no idea.
your RBF came out.
There was a lot of thought going in my head. I don't know. Carry on.
You look so angry. I was like, what did I say? All right, so you really just you keep it as a business expense, so you have no regrets on a lot of this stuff. And again, like for you, it is a business. We'll get to your website soon as well. And then you use YouTube as, I'm assuming, as part of the business expenses as well. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah,
and that's smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart to do all that.
Oh, thanks. I end up stumbling into smart things. I feel like YouTube was just like I had so many people asking me questions when I would post on Instagram of like, oh yeah, you painted this. Like, how'd you do it? And so I'd type out like, I kind of did this and this, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, why am I doing this? Like, I just need to make a video and show people how I painted it. So I started that way, and it just kind of evolved. I'm like, oh, well, I could actually use this to also promote what I'm doing at the same time, and it all kind of helps each other. And like, well, yeah, and I kind of enjoy it. Didn't think I would.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I started, I was hard with, I'm never showing my face. I'm never showing my name. It'll just be my hands. And that lasted for like 3 videos. And then somebody asked me Savage Land asked me to come on their podcast. And I'm like, well, all that's going to go out the window. So I might as well just do it. Yeah. So I haven't regretted it at all. It's been fun.
So with your beginning videos on YouTube, what was your nervous level like?
As far as like when I'd show my face the first time? Or
Yeah. I guess
yeah.
like pre-recorded is something very different, I feel like. But again, showing your face for the first time, being live like that on the first time, what was your reaction? Or I guess how'd you take it internally?
Pretty easily. I mean, if you'd asked me that 10 years ago, I would have been terrified. Like to the point where I probably would have just canceled like 5 minutes before. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But honestly, and I keep going back to this, and it's not intentionally, but I learned so much through selling Snap-on stuff that I was just thrown in. It's like, oh yeah, here's this shop. They're all pissed off from the last guy. They all hate Snap-on. They hate you. Go sell them stuff. You don't know them. Just walk in and introduce yourself. And I'm like, oh crap. Like, okay. Like you do that for 5 or 6 years, and everything now is just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like,
yeah,
right.
Even if in my head I'm like, I don't really want to do this. I'm like, doesn't matter. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
And I've grown a lot through that personally. Of I never would have done even YouTube stuff before that. Like I was a graphic designer, website designer. Like I was behind the scenes, and I was happy with that. Like I was good. So it's been a very different, like over the last 8-9 years, maybe as a whole, of just completely flipped around. Never would have said I was would have been on YouTube ever in my life. Never would have said that I would have been doing anything like I'm going to Joe Fest, like going there and like meeting people. Like I never would have dreamed that would have been something I was going to do.
Yeah. Just a reminder to the chat. This is a pre-recorded show. I keep throwing it out there randomly, but I haven't said it in like 40 minutes. So sorry if we're not answering any questions. It is pre-recorded. But we'll try to be in the chat.
That's all.
Yeah,
GI Customs doesn't like you. I love you though, but GI Customs hates you. Now, just to kind of bring it back, because I do want to jump onto another topic, but I want to talk about your shelves as well. We talked about space being a problem. How do you? I guess is this the only area where you have toys, and how do you pose them on your shelf? Is it action pose or is it like vanilla pose?
This is the only place I have toys. This was all up in my office, and I outgrew that too fast. So now it's half of my basement is finished and half is unfinished. So the finished side is now my studio. And it's kind of a mix of pose wise. Some of them, I really try to do set up a scene, and then I get like 3 more figures, and I'm like, I don't have time to pose this guy. Like he goes here, he goes here, he goes here. And so it's kind of a mixed match of half the figures are posed. Half of them are set there just because like I just didn't have time, but he goes with these guys. He belongs here. And it's always, I think every day, I just thought of this morning of like, I need to redo some of this stuff. I need to reset up a shelf. I need to, redo this so I can fit more in or whatever. And it's on the to-do list at some point, but I have a lack of time as well, space. So things I have to do, I already know, like if I'm going to do that, it's going to be a video because I have to be producing something while I do have to justify that time a little bit.
Right.
So yeah, it's a mix.
Okay. I mean, and you said you have a lot of vehicles as well on display, right? So, I mean, that does take a lot more space up because vehicles are generally large. And I'm assuming it's 1/12 scale?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everything I have is 1/12 scale. Outside of over here, I've got an original Devilfish. That's the only real American hero scale that I've bought, that I bought after. That isn't my original toy. And I remembered having the Devilfish. I didn't, for whatever reason, didn't keep any of the vehicles, but I kept all the figures. So that's the only thing I bought. Everything else, real American hero I have was original from when I was a kid.
Okay. Have you sat down and replaced all the O-rings on your figures yet?
Yes. Well, when I was going to sell them, I was like, well, half of these fall apart. Like I can't sell them that way. So I bought the kits, looked up how to do it, like went down the whole thing, and I replaced O-rings and whatever you call them, the little metal T's inside, and I still have a bunch of them. I mean, they're super cheap.
Oh yeah. That was my project.
I replaced all the ones that were broken. There's probably, now that they've been sitting in a shelf for a year out in like normal air, not sealed in a box, there's probably more that I'll have to do. But so far none of them have slouched over in there and like fallen into pieces in the corner. So
that's nice.
I'll assume they're good.
Yeah. Oh, when I pulled mine out of storage this is about 7 years ago now. But yeah, I had a original Cobra Trooper, straight arm Cobra Trooper that I picked up, and he just absolutely fell apart. It was disintegrated, the O-ring. It was just a mess. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Did you have any problem with any of yours getting them open, like a screw that just would not?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think I had a couple rusty screws that just took, I just took a little like WD-40 or something in there and broke up the rust enough to pop it out. But I didn't have any that I can think of that I couldn't get open or, was scared of breaking them or something while I was trying to get something out. They all came apart easily enough. Okay. And I'd say out of the, I don't know how many I have, maybe 70, 60, 70. There was maybe 10 that I had to replace. So like not very many.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I only had a problem with one. Of course, it was one of my favorites that I absolutely, and I have, and I might try the WD-40. I never thought to do that. I was always a little concerned to try. I might try that, but it was the Triple T Sergeant Slaughter, and he desperately needs an O-ring replacement, but I can't get that. And it's not rusted either. That's the thing. The screw isn't rusted. It's just in there.
The other thing you might try, and I don't think it'll hurt the plastic, maybe test it on something else, is penetrating oil. So I use it all the time on cars to loosen up screws and stuff. It'll go down in and lubricate the threads. Yeah. I didn't try that. I take no responsibility if it dissolves all the plastic. Right. So maybe test it on something, make sure, but it shouldn't. Because as far as I'm aware, they use it on plastic parts on cars, and I'm sure it's a different type of plastic, but I don't think there's any warnings on that of having any issues, but it might help as well.
Yeah, I might give that a shot, or at least test it. I'll test it first.
Yeah, test it first. Yeah. No responsibility. It's recorded.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And I'll make notes. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the vintage ones that there's certain ones are definitely, you can feel there's a brittleness to them now, over the years, and I'm always curious about that, because there's certain ones that don't even feel that brittle, but some of them do, and you get that. I don't even want to touch it, man. It's going to fall apart and disintegrate on me. It's
from what I've heard from people, it's the different colors. So the pigments are different colors of plastic. Like what someone was saying, I have the Duke, the tan Duke with the red camo. I don't remember which one he has. Had the big missile launcher beside him or something. But they said he had dark brown accessories, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. They said every one of them now turns to dust.
Wow.
They must have. I can't find any of my dark brown ones, or they all got lost in the dirt or something. I don't know. But they were saying that specific color of plastic is just this many years, like absolute dust. It just won't survive.
Wow.
That's something about the pigment they put in it, or who knows.
It just deteriorates over time. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they didn't create those things thinking that we were going to be old men.
40 years later, some adult will be displaying this. Yeah, no.
With it and throw it out. It's
yeah. Yep. Now, I do want to shift the conversation over to 3D printing, because you are known for printing stuff. What got you first interested in 3D printing?
So I wanted a vehicle for my classifieds. Okay. That's 100% where it came from. Is I saw someone had designed the devilfish, and I'm like, I got to have it. So that spurred everything. So at the time, I had done zero 3D printing. Never. Okay. I knew what it was, but was like, that's not something I want to get into. It's a lot of work, whatever. And so when I found that file, I bought the file, having no 3D printer. And my mom had a small 3D printer that was already at the time probably 3 or 4 years old. So it wasn't working right. But I was like, I'll come over, I'll figure it out, and I'll print this thing. Well, it was way too small to print this. It wanted me to like cut the top half in like 3 pieces, and I was trying and didn't know what I was doing. And so we tried one print and it failed miserably. And I'm just like, all right, like I want this enough, and I've seen enough down this hallway that I'm just going to go buy a printer. And so I bought the biggest one I could at the time. And it was all on like, what printer is big enough where I can print the top of the devilfish flat in one piece? Like that was where my head was like, I don't care what else I can do. I wanted to print this one thing this way. And so I bought the biggest one I could, a Creality K2 Plus, which was probably the most expensive way to get into 3D printing, because it is not a cheap printer. Yeah. But that started everything, and I sure as hell printed a devilfish right away. Yeah.
Awesome. I kind of remember, I'm pretty sure in one of the groups, you were the first one that I remember posting that devilfish. And then, you've gone on and put together your website and everything else. So I do remember seeing that, and I'm like, oh my, nice. That is awesome. Yeah.
And the first one I printed was gray. Yeah. It wasn't orange or anything, because I was like, well, I want to make it more realistic, because we didn't have wetsuit. I just had the diver. And I'm like, well, he looks real. Like, what do military boats look like? And they're all boring as shit. Like, they're all just gray, different color of gray and another gray. So I was like, all right, I'll try this, and we'll go down there. And I still have it on my shelf down there. So it came out well.
Yeah, absolutely.
What inspired you to turn the 3D printing hobby into full-time, like a business?
I just started getting requests. So I started posting pictures on Instagram, was the main place that seemed to have people going back and forth. And I started getting people like, well, hey, how could you do one for me? And at first my answer was just straight like, no. Like these are just for me. This is just for my own personal collection. Like I have no interest in that, and got enough. I finally was like, all right, yeah, I'll try one. Like, sure, but you have to send. I think the first one was it was the fans hobby. I forget what they're called. I'm so bad with names. The little hawk, skyhawk or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever they called it. A guy sent me that and was like, hey, I just want it black with some black gray camo on it. And I'm like, all right, I could probably manage that. So I did that for him, and it just snowballed super fast from there. Once I posted like, oh, this is a commission, everyone's like, oh, you do commissions? Okay, here you go. And so I did a bunch, and then that was at some point it was, well, doing this through Facebook Messenger and PayPal just isn't efficient. I need to do this for real and, have it more streamlined where I can keep track of things better. Yeah. So it just organically grew from there.
Now, do you design your own 3D stuff or do you just buy the files?
No. So I do both.
You do both? Okay.
Yeah. So the first files that I sold the files was I worked with Steve's Toys.
Okay.
I bought his commercial license package early on before I had a website or anything. I was like, well, I want to print these, but I want to sell them, but I want to do it right. I don't want to, skirt around like a lot of people do and like, oh yeah, I kind of sold it, whatever. I don't know. And so I was like, I'll do it right. Him and I worked out a deal where I get access to all past, present, and future files of his. So I thought it was a good deal. And so I have the rights to all of his stuff. And that's what got me going. So I appreciate that very much. Tomahawks and stuff. I mean, I think at this point I've got a backlog of like 16 custom tomahawks that I'm still working on.
While you're talking, I'm going to go ahead and bring up your website too. Yeah. That way we can like kind of talk about it too while you're, talking about, the files and stuff. So I'm going to go to all products you think?
Sure. Yeah. I'll cover it. So everything on here, I sell with commercial license.
Okay.
Or is a one of one, like the Green Throne, which I only had one of. That to me, everything. So I have gone as far as to talk to my lawyer and stuff about how to do things correctly. If it's custom painted, everything I've been told is I'm selling my time, my work, my paint, not the file.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
So most of those I do one of one or something simple.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, there's exclusivity, right? That's
exactly. Yeah. It's FOMO. Yeah.
Yes.
Like the HasLab Rattler. I still have that. That'll be going to Joe Fest if it doesn't sell before then. It kind of sells randomly. But custom paint, that was my first full YouTube video of like the whole process of it was that. And I was scared more of that because I could screw up a $300 vehicle live on YouTube. And I was like, well, if I do that, please make good.
Is this your photo too?
AI.
That's AI. Okay.
So it's AI with my photo. So I took the on straight photo and then had AI replace background. So all of them actually are on here. All the photography that has extra stuff in the background, the woods or whatever, isn't me taking that photo in that place. So I'll take the original photo with a white or black background and then have AI replace it. It's tough because I like AI, but I have to fight with it a lot of, well, you can't change the product. So they start changing it or adding stuff. I'm like, nope. Like new chat, got to start over because you're never going to recover from this. So it's tough because I don't want to misrepresent what I'm selling, but I want it to look cool with the background. And to be honest, like we talked, I just don't have time to go out and physically do it on scene. I would love to, but I just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
The details on this Rattler is crazy.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It was a month of videos. All of these I'm working on 5 different things at once at all times because it's I painted this. Well, it has to dry before I can do something over top of it. So set that aside. Start on something else. There's always something.
Yeah.
But
wow.
So I've got some one-of-ones up there, but then I do design my own. So I've taught myself in the past year how to do design. So like those gates and those fences, those are all my designs. All the walls for the porta potty or modular fortification, all those are my design.
That's cool.
So I've done all those from scratch. I mean, I guess I didn't design the Cobra logo. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I got to tell you, because I haven't yet. I'll be honest, I haven't yet, but I need to buy some of this stuff for the stuff you've done with it. This is incredible. You have taken a basic piece, and it's a fine set out of box. It's okay, but you've taken it and you've turned it into right, exactly. And you've turned it into something so much bigger. I mean, for display
I appreciate that. It's all 100% customer request. Started this of like, hey, could you do this? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'll try. Let's find out. And end up making something, and then even the bridge kit down there, which is one of my newer ones, that was customer request. Someone asked, like, well, I have 2 of these risers. But like, I'd like something to go between them. I'm like, all right, like I'll see what I can work on. And had to redesign the whole, so the risers and stuff on this one are all redesigned now, so they come off in pieces, so you can take a side off and connect a bridge.
That's
all,
okay.
I designed all that myself.
Yep. Yeah. No. That bridge. I gotta get that because I have 2. I have 2 Cobras, and I never bought the. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I've never bought the GI Joe versions, but
That's awesome.
Looking at this stuff and your stuff on this, I'm like, maybe I need to get a couple. So they look fantastic, man. They're unbelievable.
Thank you. And oddly enough, I only have 1 Cobra. I keep looking for another Cobra thing because anytime you see 2 of them is photoshopped. Like I set up the picture and just switch them real quick and then overlay it. I'm like, I don't have 2. Like I just can't do it. So 2 GI Joes, I have those. I've got the Joe versions.
Yeah, like we're here.
Yeah. Which is nice because I don't have to take the extra time.
Yeah,
that's really cool, dude. I mean, again, you make great stuff here. That's awesome. The actual porta potty.
Yeah.
I mean, how you can't not do that. Yeah,
I agree.
There's urinals, and then there's also an actual like toilet and sink version there too.
I was gonna ask, had anyone ever asked for like an actual porta potty?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. It's probably there. It is. Defense toilet. You know.
I love that. That's hilarious.
It's closer to like a prison toilet. Yeah.
So when you print it, it looks like this. Do you paint it, or is it sent out like this as well?
Some of them have an option for paint. The urinals do. Though most people, I just paint like it, the top silver and the urinal itself like a glossy white. And the command console, the computer consoles, I paint the screens and put some weathering and stuff on there. Those have options. The toilet doesn't have any options. Some of them I offer that, some of them I don't. It's just a matter of, how quickly can I do it? How much time does it take me? And how expensive does it get after that? If I put 3-4 hours into painting something, like, well, somebody going to pay $100 for a toilet? Like, no, they're not. So you can get it and paint it yourself, I suppose. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does. It does. Because there's a lot of time that goes into all that. The painting takes quite a bit. And
it does.
At that point, the customer, we're paying for your talent, your time, your everything else. And that's going to cost. There's nothing around
in the bigger stuff, it makes more sense. Like, a tomahawk that's 3 feet long and 3 feet wide. Like, okay, you'll pay more for that. Small things like this, no one's going to want to pay what it would cost for me to detail that out correctly. Right. So there's one with it, painted the screens and stuff. It's not a lot, but it's something small, but I can do that relatively quick.
And that's cool.
Yeah. Some of the pictures I've updated and edited things out in the background. Some of them I haven't. Like that one there with the wrench sitting there holding the background down.
Where's that? Wait. Which one's that?
I want to say it was this one, right?
Maybe. I don't know which one you're in. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that wrench.
Oh, there's the wrench. Yeah, I see.
Wrench. Just got to hold that background from sliding out. But usually I go in and edit that out. Apparently I didn't on that photo.
It does happen, man. I mean, again, the point is you're trying to sell the product, right? The item. And the background doesn't matter in that situation. But like this is cool too. Like I saw the AI photo for this. That looked dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all those you can custom order, like what color goes on the inside, so you can see it through the little openings. You can get different attachments and stuff for it. You can add it'll add the ones that come with the snake armor. It's the same peg hole on all of those, so you can switch them out. You can put the accessories from here on the snake armor, vice versa.
Oh wow, okay, that's cool.
So I sell a good amount of those.
That is cool.
Well, the great thing was those those drones were phenomenal to begin with, right? And then it went on sale. I mean, that was a Rosscon at one point. I got, I think, 3 of them for like $15.
Who did it come with? The drone?
Scrap Iron.
Okay.
And again, the great thing with scrap iron was, you've got options with him. You can do helmet off, you can do helmet on. So I've got two different shelves. I've got two different scrap irons. One's got his helmet off, one's got it on, and then the other two.
He had that remote, right?
Yeah. He's got the data pad
or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one of those in my Shadow Loose shelf. I got rid of scrap iron, but I kept the device, like the drone, and then I kept the remote, and now someone else is holding it.
Okay, all right. And the other thing, the what is it, the Televiper, the original Televiper with the trouble bubble. He's got that fully covered face head. That works great on scrap iron. So if you got a couple extra ones, pop those on, and you've got a complete different character. So, and then you've got a ton of these. So this is great to have different options as to how to display those rather than just the missiles. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you've got a bunch of them, why not make them a little different?
Yeah,
make an army of them instead.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
And then kind of going back, fighter jet. This must be very large, right?
I mean, yes. I mean, relatively, sure. It's not the largest thing. I'd say I've got one up here. Probably looking at 24 inches wide, tip to tip, like wing tips, give or take, and 24 inches long.
Yeah, I have a buddy who makes some cool 3D prints as well. Hans 10 Customs, and he showed off like a fighter jet as well, and it was huge, like it was gigantic, and I was like,
oh yeah,
shit.
He did the X-Men.
He did the X-Men
plane, the Blackbird.
I
forget what it's called.
I don't know what it's called either.
Yeah, but it's like 4 feet long.
I just got done with the Night Raven.
Okay.
Yes, I saw
just about 5 feet long. I was tweaking some things for that guy, and I still have it on my shelf, but I'm packing it up tomorrow to ship it out to him finally.
Wow.
So and I've got another one on order, so I'll be doing another one.
That was epic. And you see, here's another one that
this looks so too.
Really freaking bad.
I've got two right back here. I've got a Night Force one being made and an Arctic one.
Oh wow!
So some cool custom options. I love doing stuff different and custom. I can do a bunch of these, but doing them unique is more fun.
Yeah. Being able to put your own spin on it, I can imagine is more creative freedom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this was one of my favorite as a kid. I loved this damn thing, and to have that in a classified scale, I've been eyeing it, by the way. Just to let you know, one of these days I might be able to pull the trigger. We'll see.
That's my most purchased bigger vehicle is Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
And I think some of it's because that was one of my early videos, so I have a video of doing the whole thing. So I think that spurred a lot of it on. But
sure.
It's a cool vehicle. It's iconic. It's gigantic. I don't know how where they put it. I don't even have a display of one.
Right.
Now, the good thing is all the propellers or all the blades are magnetic, so you can pop them out or fold them back. So you don't have to display it full out like that. If you don't have that deep of a shelf or whatever, you can just kind of fold them back a little bit or take them off and still push it back.
That's a smart idea. Yeah,
that is a smart idea. I agree.
Well, that's why I've got the on display up here. I've got the Eagle Hawk, which was the 50th anniversary version, and it's got the foldable wing, foldable rotors, and that's what I've got it folded back on one of them because it doesn't fit at the top of the shelf, splayed out. And one of the reasons why I've got that one, that's one of the reasons that one versus because I've got my vintage Tomahawk, and it's in phenomenal condition. But because of that, I also don't want it on a 6-7 feet up in the air on a shelf. So it's like
because those blades aren't surviving.
Right. Yeah. The Eagle Hawk I got on clearance, so I think I paid like $20 for it when they were clearancing them out. I'm like, all right, fine. If that breaks, it breaks, whatever. But not my vintage. Yeah.
So you mentioned you had a background in was it website design and stuff like that. So has that helped in with the 3D printing stuff where you're creating or designing your own stuff? You kind of have some type of there's got to be some type of similarities between that, right? With design.
I mean, yes, I think
graphic
lot of
design.
things. I think a lot of people, and there's other people out there that 3D print these exact same vehicles, because Steve sold his stuff to a lot of people. Didn't know that up front, but he has. It's no big deal. But my background, I think, has allowed me to market it more and better than most of the other people out there. And, building this site, though, Shopify is relatively easy. I'm sure I did it faster than most, kind of knowing what I was doing and being able to go in and batch edit photos and stuff. And I'm sure it's at the very least saved me time, but it absolutely has helped. And then I can only assume that it in some of my artwork and airbrushing and stuff like that, I mean, all of that kind of ties in together of color theory and different stuff that you just learn over time and is just there then.
Well, yeah, the presentation.
R2 designs. So him and I have an agreement. He gets a percentage of everything I sell that is his, and I have access to his whole catalog. And then him and I are working on some exclusive stuff. That is specific to our deal. Even this was that little add-on he made the bigger ferret. I call it the honey badger because I didn't want to use the name because it's not the same. It's quite a bit bigger. And I was like, well, why don't you just make that gun smaller and make it replaceable on the other one? He's like, oh, that's a really good idea. And like a week later, he came out with it, and I'm like, all right, like add it to the site. And he's great. Him and I talk maybe once a week. Video chat and stuff, go back and forth on all kinds of random stuff, but also, what's next? What else can we do? We got some really cool stuff coming if it works out. That I haven't even shared yet, that I won't just yet in case it doesn't work out. But there's some really cool stuff coming. Right now he's actually he was live at noon finishing up work on the Fang 2 design. Scale. And I specifically, the second he started designing that live, I was like, hey, we can put this on the site, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. So as soon as that's done and good enough to print, and I do some test prints and stuff, it'll be offered on here as well. So there'll be a lot of stuff that, especially if you don't print, you can't get anywhere else. If you have a printer, you can subscribe to his Patreon, I think, and download the files.
Right. Yep.
So which is fine. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I know I talked with Mark a few years ago, and I know he wanted to. Because we were asking him, because he had some things on, he was selling to Joe Fest, and I know he was talking about how he was kind of trying to back out or back away from the actual printing and selling of stuff. He liked doing the design. He wasn't a lover of the whole printing process.
Yeah.
Or at least it time consuming the printing, but the designs were there. So I'm happy to see a couple years later that he's teaming up with you and doing things like this, because his designs are fantastic, and to be able to get them out there like this, like you're doing, that's great for collectors. Because I know nothing about 3D printing, and I don't. Who knows? Maybe, but I doubt it. So if you guys, if you there's so many more talented 3D printers, you guys are coming out and doing stuff like this. That's like, well, all right, I'll just pay you if you want to do it. That's great. And
exactly.
If you work.
If you're good at it, I'll just pay you to do it instead of me trying to learn a whole new hobby.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, but so my question: have you ever tried this? Does the boat float?
So you're not the first one to ask. I did have to list it in all of my sites. It says does not float.
Okay.
Now the reality of that is,
I see it right here.
There's, I think, on the bottom of that one, there's just one. There might be two seams on the bottom, one seam on the top. If you sealed that seam up right, it probably would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to some degree, because I think the bottom's in 3 pieces, the top's in 2 pieces, the way it prints. And I bet you could seal that up and it would float enough. Would I take the risk and put it in water? Probably not, but it's possible, sure. And I've got a customer I'm really excited about. So someone ordered one of these, but wants it specifically themed after the black from Valiverse.
Oh, that's cool.
He's just like, I was like, all right, well, what do you want on it? Like, what's your thought? He's like, just that. He's like, everything else is up to you. You do what you want. And I trust that you're going to come up with something cool. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I'm so pumped for that. I've got way too much before that, so I can't start on it yet.
Mhm.
But I'm really looking forward to starting on that. And I'm excited about that one of what can I change on here? What can I design that's going to be like pirate-esque?
I was going to say you should make the steering wheel more of like a classic pirate one, like a smaller one, though, not like big. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff, even just paint app wise, that I could do on this. I'm excited about that one. That was a cool thought.
That's a fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with that, because I think that'll be great.
That does look good, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the large hovercraft. That's cool too. Dude, the AI shots are just fucking awesome.
And that was all. The very first show I was on was Savage Lands.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask me to be on right away, so they reviewed my site and someone told me about it. It's like, hey, they looked at your site and said you should do this and that. So I watched their show. I'd never seen it before, and they came up with some really good ideas. Like, hey, the pictures you have are good, but they don't really show it very well. They aren't exciting. So I was like, all right, done, and went through and changed all the pictures to just AI, but again, like keeping the print the same, so you can see there like it didn't do anything to the print.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's when I messaged them and I'm like, hey, thank you so much for doing this. Like I've already changed a bunch of stuff. Please go check it out. I really liked your comments, and they asked me on the show, and that was the first show I was on.
Okay,
that's awesome. That's
I
smart.
hope to have one of these at Joe Fest. That one's mine. The one I took pictures of is one I printed out for myself.
Okay.
At the time, now it just sits on the bottom of a shelf because it's gigantic. So
I was gonna say, like, where do you put this? Because this is huge.
it's big. Like that's why I've had multiple people be like, oh, well, they're gonna make this in HasLab eventually. I'm like, I don't think you understand. Like, and this is scaled. So everything that all Steve's files, which this is one of Steve's files, they're scaled from the original toy. So they just take the original toy and scale it up. Hasbro and HasLab doesn't do that. So even the Snowcat, if you notice, like just scaling it up, it would be much smaller than what they're giving us.
Right. Yeah.
So if they did that with this, I mean, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be well over $1,000 for them, easy.
Yeah, that would be my fear on that.
No one would have any place to put it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know there was rumor that it was at least discussed for a HasLab, but the actual execution to do it is...
Yeah. I'm sure it was discussed. I can imagine they didn't discuss everything, like the flag. Like, can we do this? No, we can't. Okay.
Yeah.
No, what has been one of your biggest challenges when it comes to 3D printing?
I mean, just the whole thing as an animal, getting my hands around it. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I'm lucky I got in the game later in 3D printing, so the horror stories I've heard from people of, well, I had to build it myself, and then I had to, every time I print, I'd have to level it and make sure everything, like all the printers I've bought are all just like, you push a button and it prints. Now that's, yes, but there's all these little tweaks of if you angle something a little bit, well, then you get different layer lines. And then if you adjust this little thing, you can adjust those. And it's a never ending, like little tiny adjustments everywhere. So what I do is I get it the best I can, and then I offer it. And then as I'm printing them for people, I find ways to improve it of, oh, you're right. This is good enough to go out, but I could improve this little thing here, and make it better. And so the more I do, the better they get. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. And I've seen that with others doing similar kind of things. So yeah, it's is it okay to mention other 3D printers today?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Like,
I mean, this is a pre-recorded show, just to throw that back out.
We can edit it out.
Right. We'll just edit it out. Yeah.
We'll edit it out.
Like, some of the two of the ones I've dealt with numerous times are Red Atlas and Sys 3D Arsenal. Yep. And for Dio pieces and both of them are fantastic with their Dio pieces, and both of them are kind of staying to a fair degree out of each other's lanes a little bit too, which is nice to see. They're trying to stay unique, so that you're more interested. You're me anyway. I'm interested in buying from both of them continuously, but I've seen that with certain a few different things that they do. I've seen their incremental improvements as they're getting better at it. You know,
and I talk to both of them, not regularly, but I have back and forth, and same thing. Like if I see something like, oh, 3 guys already have this, or someone's already got this on their side, I'm like, well, there's no point in me doing it. People already get it.
Right.
So unless I can make a big enough improvement on it, we're like, yes, but this is different. I'd rather go and find something else or make something else or whatever, something special. Yeah.
No, that's smart too. Because again, there's a lot of things that you guys can do, which you guys are doing. It's here, take my money. It just I don't know.
Take it off.
It's just so much. But yeah, learning different techniques, you can start getting better in things that you're producing over and over again. They can get better as time goes on.
Those mini toy boxes, man.
I love when my toys have toys. Honestly,
they're really cool. I was making them. So there are some other Etsy shops out there that I don't think are GI Joe specific that make things similar, but they're all hollow from what I saw. Like they're just like maybe thicker cardstock or something. Mine have printed plastic inside, so they're hard. You can't smash them. They don't open, but you can't smash them. Like you stand a figure on top of them, whatever you want. Like they'll last for years, and they're all clear coated and sealed. For the price, I couldn't charge more than $15. Like even that seemed high for what it was, and they're a lot of work. So they are now indefinitely sold out until I decide otherwise. They're really cool. I really like them. Just the amount of work that went into them, and the amount that I could charge for them, it just didn't line up. So I did them around Christmas, sold a fair amount, and then now they're just kind of like, maybe I'll bring them back someday.
Okay, nice. Maybe you could bring them back every Christmas. It's a Christmas special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's very true.
I'll be keeping my eyes out because I want those, and I missed out the first time. So
Well, now I've started the exclusive. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I've started doing exclusives. Since I'm talking about exclusive, so I know Abby, you were looking at the Mythic at one point, Mythic Badger.
Bring that back up.
That's my current exclusive, and this is the first time I've done unlocks. We're just kind of Mark and I were talking, and I'm like, yeah, I'd really like to do this. I think it'd be cool to add things on. A lot of people have been asking for the trailer, so they were like, well, where do you put someone when you're hauling them? I'm like, yep. I looked at them, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could put a stretcher across the back, and it just looks ridiculous. Like you don't drive down anywhere with someone's head and feet hanging off the side of your vehicle. So I'm like, there's just be no stretcher. Like I added, so all the extras on here, the tanks in the back, the bars up front, the light, I designed all that stuff on Mark's honey badger body. And then he designed the little boxes, and those I actually just I'm printing them right now. We're making them magnetic, so they'll stick on with magnets and then pop off. You can use them in your display, or if you don't want them on there, whatever. But they fully open up, fully accessible. You can put stuff in them. And then, so that's unlock 1, and then unlock 2 is the actual trailer, and he's working on that now, designing that, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I've never done an unlock before. It's brand new for anything I've done. This is only my second exclusive, so it's just kind of let's see what works and what doesn't. The first exclusive was a Tiger Force sidecar for the Ram, or the Tiger Ram.
Really
well. So I was like, all right, the exclusive route. Again, we were talking exclusives, like they sell. A bunch of people liked that, so I was like, all right. And the way I do it, if you go under products even, is I retire them. Things can always go out of retirement. Is the way I look at it is, hey, if this was good enough and people are really wanting this again, like, cool, I'll do it again. Like that's no problem. But it'll be some time. It'll be exclusive, but on my side, it's more of, well, this takes a bunch of my time away from doing the custom tomahawks and the bigger stuff. So I have to know that enough of them are being sold. I have to charge extra for them to make it, make sure it's worth my time. And then I've got to set aside time of like, okay, I've got 20 of these I need to paint and ship out all at the same time. So it's a different business model, but it seems to be going well. And I think I've said it maybe on a members only. So you guys might be the only place I've said this. long term, that's where my business is going to go for the custom painted stuff. Box, everything, like all the big stuff, it piles up real fast, and at least right now it's just me. Like I'm doing everything by myself. So it's I might slowly start taking those custom paints off and just doing exclusives of, hey, for a month you can order this, and then when I'm done painting all those, then we'll do another one, and kind of rotate through things, and then just offer everything else is printed. Like if it's just printed and I don't have to paint it, it'll be up there 100% of the time whenever you want it, and just keep adding to that catalog.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
I kind of like these room seats just because it's almost like a movie theater.
Yeah. So where those came from is for Joe Fest, and you can kind of see it other shoulder. I always go the wrong way. I'm doing a 1/12 scale flag tower. So I've got some of the pieces printed out. It's going to be gigantic. So I started printing out the pieces, and as I'm printing them out, I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. Like these were for a room on there, like a meeting room on the ship. I'm like, hey, yeah, but guys could use these in different ways. Like, well, I'll offer this. I've got a bunch of different stuff coming that's kind of that out of that will be interesting. Of yes, they're technically flag parts. Some of them, some of them were made afterwards for this specific size. Some of them actually came on the original flag, but they're really me printing them for this. But then saying, oh well, these are cool enough. Like this needs to be offered by itself, and I may offer the tower at some point, but so far it's a beast. Like my thought was, well, no, most people don't have space for a 12-foot long or plus, classified flag, but maybe they'll have room for just the tower, and then they could turn it around, display a bunch of guys in it.
Yep.
It's still gigantic, man. Like it's going to be like 3 feet long, probably about 3 feet tall. Like it's still going to be nuts. So
it's still going to be huge. Yeah.
Maybe I'll sell rooms of it or something where guys can put a room of it on their shelf. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is getting a very large flag. Like I think it's supposed to be like 12 feet or maybe 9 feet. I don't know.
Okay.
But he's getting one printed from another friend of mine. Like it's being printed in pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you had the room to do it, that'd be absolutely awesome.
Which he does. Yeah, he has like a basement where he right now has like a very large table with a giant battlefield essentially.
Okay,
that's awesome.
I mean, 12 feet long and a couple feet wide, it is a table.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he's got a battlefield right now with like mythic legions and barbarians and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I think he said he's going to replace it with the flag.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, the original was like that. I mean, the original was massive at 7 feet.
Yeah.
It was.
I think the one Rowdy Toys did a classified scale flag, and his is 12 feet long. I believe is what he listed at. The file I'm working off of is actually a Steve's Toys, but it was originally scaled for Real American Hero. So I'm scaling it all up.
Oh, okay.
Making it for classified.
So when you scale it all up, do you scale it like as the entire design, or you have to do it in parts?
You gotta do it in parts.
Oh god, that sounds like a nightmare.
It's not bad until you forget one part.
Yeah,
you go in and click each one, and then you realize like, oh, I need this part, and you pull it into the file. And I set it up so it's got a whole bunch of different plates in one file, so I can see everything, but it's still all pieces.
Yeah,
and there's been a few times where I'm like, oh crap, you print it out, and you're like, wait, this is way too small. Like, what? I forgot to scale that one. Dang it! Like, what else did I forget to scale? Yeah. There's the honey badger.
The honey badger, yeah.
And you can see the comparison there with the original that. I've had a couple of people say, well, this is just what we already have. Like, oh, kind of is. But
right.
It's different.
It's definitely a different vehicle, different type
of
vehicle.
And I would think that you can fit 2 figures on there a lot better than on
somewhere. One of those pictures I have 2 figures on it. Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, it's hard to see how they fit, but they do. They fit on there well. Or Road Pig. One of the pictures in there has Road Pig on it. He fits really good on there.
Nice.
And he's much bigger. He would look ridiculous on the little one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got its own little niche of what works and what doesn't. I think now I've sold at least one of everything. Dreadnoks versions aren't super popular. I thought they'd be more popular.
Mm-hmm.
But
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you decide what accessories or parts to make next? Like, is it just something like fan oriented, or you just say, "Hey, this is a cool idea. I want to do this."
I just make it up.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, for most things. Yeah, like these, I just looked. Actually, I did the first one of these with the navy and the yellow and red. Yeah, that version. And I showed Mark, and I was like, "Hey, look, like this one's going to be cool for Dreadnoks." And he's like, "Well, which version of Dreadnoks?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, there's the land version colors, there's the air version colors, and then there's 3 different versions of Dreadnoks like color schemes." I'm like, "Oh." Like, well, maybe I'll do 1 more. I'm not going to do 3 more because that ties up printing if they're popular.
Yeah.
I had no idea at that point. Like, Dreadnoks to me were navy, yellow, and red. I'm like, oh, this is Dreadnoks vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I for whatever reason, and I'd seen all the other ones, but just didn't compute it in my head that, oh, well, there's actually there's all these different color schemes that are for the same guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the navy yellow and red. That's with the more towards the Thunder Machine, right? And the early for the Dreadnoks, and then the whole purple and green.
The purple was like the bike, or the trike or whatever was the purple and teal and red. So yeah, they got all kinds of colors going on over there.
Right. You
Hey,
can't go wrong.
Yeah, this does look dope. Now, do you take fan? Like, I'm assuming you have people reaching out to you. Hey, can you make this? Can you make that? Do you do a lot of that often? Like, make fan requests, and then put it up on your site, or you just take, or you do one-offs?
I do a little of both. It just kind of depends on my time and what they're asking for. Okay. So something like those bridges for the porta potties, those were fan requests. He wanted bridges. I thought it was a good idea. I ended up redesigning some other stuff with those to make them work right. And so that was a fan thing where it was a request, an email from somebody saying, "Hey, can you make these for me?" And I was like, "Well, let me just see what I can do," and made them. But then I've had other things. People have requested vehicles, and it's good of an idea as I think it is. It's just the time involved. Yeah. Like I'm still teaching and learning this stuff, so if I can do it, I do it like 10 times slower than somebody else. It just takes a lot of time for me because I'm not all that good at it yet. But there's a lot of things to do, and I'm getting better at designing things. So, or modeling things, I suppose is the right terminology. So it'll evolve slowly. Again, I think it's a hard thing because I've had people say they look at this site and think that it's been here for years. And that's great. I take that as a huge compliment that I put it together well enough like that. But, I even have to take a step back sometimes and been like, oh, I just launched the site in September of last year. Like, so it's only been like 6 months. So for me to design stuff and be coming out with new things, like it just hasn't been that long yet. So I'll get to things for sure. Yeah.
Now, what's been some of your best selling items?
All of the modular fortification, aka porta potty stuff. I sell a bunch. I ship those things out every week.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Right. A lot of the drone upgrades or snake armor, like the little Gatling guns. I sell a bunch of that. More of the small stuff. The bigger things. Like I said, the Tomahawk is my most popular big vehicle by far. I think I've done 5 of those at least now, and then I've got at least 10 more on my list that have been ordered that I just need to get to. So most of the places on my site, it says, if it's custom painted, you're looking a minimum of 60 to 90 days, business days. And I'm probably going to have to adjust that just the way things have been working. I got an influx of orders right at December that I'm still not caught up on. I've sent emails out to those guys. I do everything I can to keep in touch with the guys that have spent a lot of money and ordered custom things of, hey, this is what's going on. This is where I'm at. If I got pictures, like here's pictures of your stuff. But I didn't, for whatever reason in my head, I wasn't thinking along the lines or down the path of, well, what happens if I get 20 orders in like 2 days of big vehicles? And that's what happened at the end of December. I'm like, whoa, that's great. That's fantastic, but now I've got 20 of them that have the same timeline, and I'm one person. So I've got to spread them out to some degree. So I'll probably end up having to change that. So far, everyone's been fantastic. Every customer that I've reached out to is like, hey, no problem. Take your time. We're used to Hasbro taking over a year. Like, I've gotten all those comments. So far, everyone's been fantastic. Not a single person has complained and said, oh, why is it taking so long? So I think it's still good. In my head, it gets to me of like, oh, no, this guy's been waiting too long. Like, I got to get this out here. So most of it's on my side, and the customers themselves are just fine. They're all happy with what they've got so far. So,
yeah. And I think it's from the sound of it, it sounds like you're handling things right. I mean, most people, I know myself included, communication goes a long way. If you reach out to me, if you reach out to your customers and give them just a heads up, hey, I haven't forgotten you. Everything's rolling. Here's where we are. That's the way to do it. That's excellent. Because not everybody does that.
Communication is the biggest thing. It doesn't always
happen. It does not. Yeah, it doesn't always happen. So that helps things for sure. And it definitely it builds the confidence in you that you're doing what you need to do, and it's going to come out, and it's going to come out right, and it's going to be done right. So
and I do my best. Even as we're talking about this, you bring up the it's the stun. I change the names of everything for obvious reasons as much as I can. But I printed one of these for a guy. He ordered it, and I printed it for him. Had problems with it. Things weren't working right. A lot of it. Some of it, I'm sure, is I need to learn more printing, but I think there's also a lot of file issues. So I took it down after that one. I modified his, put extra time into his, to make sure his was good. I'm just like, if it's going to take me this much time, like I need time to fix the file, to do things better. So until then, like it's just done. Like it's listed up here, but it's sold out. Until I'm happy with it, I don't want to offer it and then just like, oh yeah, it's good enough. Like here, everyone take good enough.
You don't want good enough. You want perfect.
Yeah, there's no flags on it. The flags were a nightmare because they were designed, the original one with like the curves, and I know you guys aren't printers, but you try printing that thin out of curve. It doesn't matter how you do it, what settings you have, everything's coming out bad. So I redesigned the flags completely for him, made them so the flags like clip on at the top. So changed some things, but I need to do more. And then I'll offer that again. And also, I think it needs to be scaled down just a little bit. If you go to that first picture, the guys are a little small. Like if you look back at the original toy, it was big too.
But not that big.
I don't like the way it looks personally. It needs to be scaled down a little bit, and at that point, then things need to be adjusted because the seats don't look bad. It's the overall
the surrounding
we're sitting in. Yeah, that needs to be scaled down. If you just do that, then
Problems it's funny though. What's funny looking at it does look like the figures are too small in there, but I will say this. To me, I think maybe the original. Like this looks too small, but it looks more realistic than the original a little bit, in the sense that the guy's going to fit in there, going to have some room around them. They're not going to be as a tight fit in there.
Other than they can't see over the front. I mean, maybe they got a computer screen in there, and that's what they're driving from. But,
Right. But I'd agree with you. It does look a little big. Yeah.
But I want to remind everyone again that this is a pre-recorded show. So thank you for watching, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Please.
Just to kind of... So I guess GI Customs is your website, gicustoms.com. And check out the description of the video. We will put all the links up for the Instagram, the website, everywhere you can find them, YouTube. And let's jump onto YouTube. We're already at 1 hour and 48 minutes. Let's jump onto YouTube now. YouTube, you started how long ago?
I want to say it was about almost the exact same time as the site. So last August, September.
Last August, September.
Yeah.
And the drive to be on YouTube was more connecting with the people, talking about the customs, talking about the products, right?
Correct. It was showing processes, and honestly, like I said, it was instead of answering questions in paragraphs or giving pieces of, I did this way, or I used this, is now I can just say, hey, if you want to know how I did that, like, here's a whole video, go and check it out. And it goes through my whole process of how I painted that. So that's where I started with that. And it's evolved into now every other week. So 1 week will be one of those videos. The next week will be a live stream.
Okay.
Live stream was one of those. I did my first live stream at 1,000 subscribers as a special, like, here, I'm going to do a giveaway. This is exciting. This is great. And I just liked it. It was a lot of fun. So I was like, all right, let's do this again.
I was your 1,000 subscriber.
Were you really?
I sent you that message on Instagram because I jumped on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was great.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So now, how has it been connecting with the community through YouTube? Like, you've definitely made an impression on a lot of people, and like, I saw Destro Designs on your show, and I was on his show last night. So
nice.
So like, I've seen Zakanin on the show as well. So you've been connecting with a lot of people from the toy community, and how's that going for you? Like, have you been enjoying it? It must be like, since you're so new to it, like 6 months, it must be like overwhelming feeling, almost like holy shit, this is awesome.
It is weird, yeah. Even just being on your guys' show, like I watched your show earlier on, and I was just talking to my wife last night. I'm like, oh, it's so weird that this show I liked, and you from an outside, you put shows like up. You're like, oh, that's this show. Like I won't be on that show. Like this thing, and now it's like. Told her, I'm like, it's so surreal, like that you guys asked me to be on this show. I'm like, holy crap! Like,
this is we like to say that we're a community-based show, and you're definitely all about the community. And so we would love to have you on the show because of that reason, right? Because we want to promote community, and you make some great stuff. And again, like watching your shows as well, like you promote that, and it's been fun, just being in the toy, just being around toys and nerding out with people. Like, I'm not like super into GI Joes. I don't know the lore that well. I do like to make my own versions of certain things if I like a figure of theirs. Like, I mean, I have.
I tell him you can't do that. No, I can't.
Yeah, he tells me no, Abby.
You're not allowed.
Fine.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Exactly. I was like, hey, listen, it's my world, damn it. Get out. Like, I found the Stinger right at Ross. I bought 2 of them. $30. You can't go wrong with it. And I had Skeletron stickers somewhere in my house. I think I still might have them somewhere. But I had Skeletron stickers I picked up at DFW, I think, and they had like license plates and like just stuff you could add on to a vehicle. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make a Skeletron vehicle. Like, that'll be fun. And I literally I kept the Cobra because in my world, Shadow Lu, like Bison, has taken over Cobra. He's taken over Skeletron, Tekken, essentially all the bad guys groups. He's taken them all over.
Yeah.
And and he's the supreme leader. And then there's other leaders that kind of follow behind him as like the managers. And that's in my world. So I'm looking now to add that Stinger to my Shadow Lu shelf. And then I have a mech that's Euro Toys designed and it has like a big Cobra thing. It's crimson color. So I was like, that works. That looks cool. And then I just did my own thing, and I'm happy with it because it's my own thing. And Lou keeps saying, no, you can't do that. But you know what? Fuck you, Lou.
You're not allowed. You're breaking the lore. No, you can't.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm stuck in the 1/12 scale. So to me, my world is 1/12 scale. So anything else I have. So I have. I think it's Medi Toys still that did the turtles.
Yeah. Okay.
So Leonardo was my turtle growing up. So I'm like, all right, I can't collect everything because I don't have space, but I can collect a Leo. So I got them because it was a 1/12 scale. So I'm like, as long as I stay within the same scale, then that's my world. Like, they all live in the same world. Like, he's on a shelf back there with Joe's. Like, to me, that's my world. Is if everything meshes together somehow. Like, I'm good with it. Like, I don't go as far to make stories, and I love that. I wish I did more of like had the story in my head, but it's more of just like, yeah, he looks good there. Like, I just made up.
I was just looking for crimson color soldiers, and most of it is Valaverse back there. But then I kept some of my Joes, and and I liked Destro. I liked his character, and he wasn't, I felt like Destro would be one of those people who would just I guess stab you in the back. So I figured. This is perfect. This is perfect. Like he's good on the Bison shop. I'm good with that. And then I have some of the Iron Grenadiers, and I think I have the Crimson Guards as well. I just removed the Cobra logo off of their chest. I removed that, and
sacrilege.
See, I'm judging you. Now, let's talk about YouTube. So, what are you planning for the future? I guess let me ask that question.
Future of YouTube, I'm not sure. So one thing that's going to start, that's already kind of started, is I did a stream with JMK Custom Works, Gun Bunny, and Smudge Customs. And it really started as just, hey, I don't have anyone for this week. I think it'd be really cool to talk to these guys. I had never talked to any of them before directly, like through, messages on their streams or something, but not in person or video, whatever you want to call it. So I just invited them all, like, hey, I think this would be cool. And they all immediately said, yes, let's do it. And I didn't know that apparently this had been something that somebody else had wanted to start a couple of years ago and never did it, but reached out to Gun Bunny and JMK at least and said, do you want to? And they told me this afterwards of, well, yeah, this guy, he reached out, he said it, but then it just stopped. And so they were super excited. And I didn't even know that that's what I had started. So they're like, well, do you want to do this consistently, or is this a one-time thing? And I told them initially, I'm like, that's just a one-time, just want to do this. And then the more I thought about it after they said it, I'm like, oh, it'd actually be really cool to keep doing this. So now we're the Customizers Collective.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing it the first Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. That was the time everyone could agree on with different time zones. Right, and so our first official one that isn't going to be just on my channel is going to be the Easter Sunday. Happened to be the first Sunday in April. Everyone was cool with it. I'm like, it's Easter, I don't know. And they're like, yeah, it'll be fine. I'm like, okay. And we're actually, I haven't announced this yet, we're doing head sculpts. So everyone's getting it's an egg head sculpt that we got from Donman Designs. If you've seen him, I reached out to him and said, hey, would you be willing to design this for our thing? And explained it all to him. He's like, yeah, that'd be amazing. And he's going to offer it on his site free for anyone after that day, so they can go download it. But we're all I'm shipping it out to a couple of the guys that don't have printers today. I shipped them out. The little heads, we're all going to custom paint them and then go over them on the show. Okay. And our plan is just to bring customizers together, that we all kind of felt there was this headbutting of customizers for no reason. I can't tell you how I did this because you might steal my thing or this or that. And so no one ever talked to anybody.
It's like unnecessary competition, right? I get what you're saying. I love the fact that you're creating this because it's, again, community.
You're creating a community.
Yeah. You're creating customized.
We can all help each other get better. And to me, it's no one's ever going to be me and have my style. No one's ever going to be Gun Bunny and have his style. And every other creator and customizer out there, everyone has their own style. So if we can all help each other learn different techniques, or, yeah, I did this cool thing. I didn't think it was cool, but apparently nobody's doing it. And here's how you do it. I'm all about that. That excites the crap out of me. Yeah. So that just kind of organically started of, I needed people on my show for 1 week. And they're like, let's do it. And so we're driving forward. We got a Facebook group now, building that up. So I guess that's part of the future. It'll just be once a month because we're busy. But we'll see where it goes from there. Maybe it takes over and does more. If people like it and it takes off, then fantastic. And our initial plan is to live stream, and we're going to figure it out because I think StreamYard does it. We're going to stream to everyone's channel at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I know you could do dual streaming, but I don't know if you could do multiple, more than 4. You could try, though. Let me know when you figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out 24 hours before the first show.
Yeah.
And just roll with it and see if it works or not. But that's our plan, is then it's helping all the channels. So everyone has their own channel on YouTube. Some of them bigger and smaller. Gun Bunny used to have a bunch of stuff, and he hasn't really been doing stuff on YouTube anyways. And so we're just going to blast it out to everyone's channel. And if that doesn't work, then we'll rotate around and just kind of help everyone build their own channels and help the community at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great.
That's actually a really cool idea. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this, are you guys going to be kind of discussing your techniques with each other, or are you guys going to do any kind of show off, any kind of workshop type stuff?
Yes, all of it. There's
of it.
no like. Well,
That's
I mean,
exciting.
we had our first episode. When was that? It was 2-3 weeks ago. It's on my
Okay.
channel.
I do remember. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that, and Gun Bunny, bless his heart, dude. He was so excited for it, and he thought, so he's an hour behind me. He thought I was an hour behind him.
Mhm.
So after our show, because he said he'd be a few minutes late, so I didn't check in with him. And we're going through the show, and I'm like, man, I hope everything's okay. Like, he was super excited about this. So in between shows of the main show and my members only,
Mhm.
I texted him. I was like, hey, is everything good? Like, are you okay? And like, he's like, oh, I forgot. Like, I thought it was the other hour, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. So if you're a member,
Mhm.
you can go see the members version. It's all four of us talking, and he shows off a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we just talk about whatever. Like, someone shows
Right.
something, we're like, oh, but how'd you do that? And what are you thinking about this? And the members only, anyways, it got out of hand real quick where we weren't paying attention to the chat because we were just all talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's just as good. Like, if we can 50-50 it, like the conversation we're had and stuff,
Mhm.
I can only imagine, like, I would be interested if I was watching it. So it's going to be a cool show.
Yeah.
However, it morphs as it goes.
As it develops, that's fantastic. Yeah.
That is cool, though. I agree. Again, teaching each other or talking about different styles, and then also teaching the chat, right? Like, a lot of people are interested in watching customizers do their thing because they learn.
Yeah.
What stuff you're using. It's not just like the technique, but it's also like what you're using, like the products you're using, because they.
Mhm.
Because I mean, when I don't paint at all. I have all the stuff because people told me what to buy, and I have a shit ton of paint. I have a bunch of brushes, and I don't use them ever. But it's there just in case I ever decide, hey, I'm gonna go do this now.
Right.
Just in case you want to put the Cobra logos back on their chest someday.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I won't, but yeah, I'll just buy the new figures after that. Now, one thing as well, I wanted to mention. You did talk to me right before the backstage before the show, and you mentioned there was a code we could use.
Yes, FFC 10. I realize it's a code that a bunch of places use, but it'll keep it easier for reviewers. Save you 10% off anything on the site as long as you spend over $100 outside of apparel. Apparel's handled through a third party. I make like 99 cents for a $25 shirt. I make almost nothing because I wanted to keep the prices down.
Yeah.
So everything else outside of apparel, save 10% on anything, including the new exclusive. Anything else is free game. And that'll be good till the end of April.
Till the end of April. So gicustoms.com, FFC10 code, 10% off on orders over $100. There's some limitations on apparel and other things. But thank you for that. That's awesome.
Oh,
That is
absolutely.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Very fun. And so this applies to everything, including the Matic Badger.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So you keep that in mind, guys.
10%.
That's a great deal. Yeah.
That's a great deal. Yeah. All right. Any shout outs you want to do, GI Customs?
I think I've already done my shout outs. Mark 2 Designs. Go check his stuff out. I work with him. All the guys on Customizers Collective, all the stuff. We've kind of talked about the stuff I've got going on already as we go on. So I can't think of anything. Can't think of anything else specific. I'm sure I'll think of something like 5 minutes after we hang up on this. But, no, I can't think of anything specific offhand. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Lou?
Well, you guys know where to find me. I'm right here all the time. And go give me a follow on Instagram, LucidaBase3. Do the photography, figure photography.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been a long weekend, man. This has been crazy. I can't even talk anymore. I'm exhausted. But
We streamed it literally Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we killed it. Yeah, about what 12 hours worth of streaming in the past 3 days.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you'll find me here on Figure Fight Club. You guys know that. Go check out the Instagram. I just want to say, GI Customs, I am so glad you came on. A lot of fun. Love to hear about more about your stuff, and kind of get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah,
and,
I appreciate you guys having me on. I'll come back whenever you feel you got a spot. You just let me know. So far,
listen, you're always welcome to jump on Tuesday nights on Open Mic, because that's one of the community shows we like to call it, and I think people will really dig your stuff and designs.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll make one of those someday here.
Yeah.
Right on.
Again, thank you everyone for watching this pre-recorded show. This is obviously going to air on Friday the 27th. Lou and I are at Toylanta. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you again, GI Customs. And then next week we're going back live. Next week isn't say like April 3rd. We're going back live, and our VIP will be.
We're collecting action figures in a world that don't make sense. We all share the addiction. We are not so innocent. From the finals to the shelves, we all share the same quest to collect them all, not go broken, do our very best. Welcome to the Plastic Journey Podcast.
Work More or Less will be joining us, and we'll be talking about his journey, his photography, and all that good stuff. So we're looking forward to having him on. Again, GI Customs, thank you very much for jumping on. Definitely appreciate you, and I can't wait to see some of the custom. What was it called? The custom group that you're making, the
Customizers Collective.
Yeah,
Customizers Collective. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty fun, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But again, thank you all. Thank you to the chat, the replay squad. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to go follow GI Customs YouTube, and give everyone in the community a follow. We'll see you next time. Peace out.
See you.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. We'll keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.